No matter how brilliant or diligent, leaders cannot lead by themselves. They need followers, and these followers always have the choice to follow or not. The killer clown phenomenon can be described using the leadership triangle. There are three factors: the leaders, followers, and environment. The organizational environment defines the space within which leaders and followers interact. The first clown was perceived as the leader, and the community who are frightened by them are the psychological group. These are individuals who perceive themselves to be in a group, who have shared a sense of collective identity, and who relate to each other in a meaningful way. The killer clown craze has taken the UK by storm, and now there have been reports of sightings in Exeter. The pranking began in the US, and since, due to social media, has been a common occurrence in Australia and Canada. More alarmingly, people have begun to use weapons as part of the clown act. At the beginning of October, a man in Plymouth claimed he was confronted by a killer clown with a hammer and refused to move once he tried to get past him. Police have been quick to take action. Devon and Cornwall police have warned those taking part in the clown acts that they run the risk of being arrested and being issued public offender offences, particularly to those using a weapon. Real Exeter clown, known as Bangles, hits out at the killer clown craze. He explains that there is a significant difference between his brand of children's entertainment and the current killer clown craze, and as a result, the killer clown craze has jeopardised his career in the amount of party bookings he receives. Steve Eldridge says in his experience, children, especially around 7 and 8 years old, still really love clowns, and those who tend to be scared of them are older and teenaged.
For the next few days, watch out for this clown who had a giant sledgehammer and seemed to be slamming it on the ground. Creepy dude, if you ask me.
The stages of teen development illustrate the leadership cycle that is apparent in the killer clown trend. The first clown was the forming stage. Storming and norming occurred when social media kicked in, and the performing happened when the killer clown trend went viral.
A lot. I know that they have social media pages where they post that they're gonna scare people and threaten people, and I don't know if they have like death threats, but I know that they just are like messing around with people, and that they just stand in spots and scare people.
This video is just creepy because the clown just sort of stands there. He doesn't make any moves or get closer to the car, and somehow it just makes the scariest of the clips out there.
Hurting people, or if they're just getting amusement out of scaring people, I don't know.
The Facebook and social media attention that these clowns are getting can be described as the Hawthorne effect, where people behave differently when being observed. In this case, they worked better as they are being given special attention. An alternative theory is that they are behaving in this way because of a loss of identity.
Like, silly, honestly. I don't see there being any like reward in doing this for the clowns, so frightening kind of.
Many people are turning to social media to voice their opinions. This is almost a form of release, but many people use it as an excuse to be a victim and get attention. This adds to the attention the clowns are receiving and does not help to exit this cycle of frightening incidents. Within today's day and age, many large events are turned into memes and humorous posts. This also gives them attention and just disguises the real issue by covering it up with a laugh.
I think because a lot of people are unaware, they're not really sure what to expect when they see a clown. Like, I would just assume that it's gonna kill me. So that's terrifying. We can talk about the issue and communicate with people.
Keep your keys out and ready for 2 reasons. Firstly, you won't be digging for them by your door, which leaves you vulnerable. A lot of these clowns are just out to scare people, not to harm them. Don't attack them unless they are physically threatening you. Secondly, stay up to date by reading about these clowns and what they are doing. And finally, refrain from posting about them online. Their purpose is to get attention, and without that attention, they will hopefully die down.
Like, it depends where it's happening. It can make areas look really bad and unsafe. For example, I know there were a lot in Texas, so I'm sure people are like scared of the idea of Texas now.
Jason Mortimer, owner of Fantasy World on 4th Street, Exeter, explains that their clown costumes are among their best sellers. this shop has brought in more clown stock for Halloween in the hope that they will become more popular following the clown craze. The police's duty is to keep the community safe and prevent this from happening. Their leadership style is directing. They direct and monitor the situations. They are citizens within the community who are doing their part by telling others what to do. They also define the roles for individual and groups and provide the what, how, why, when, and where to do the task.